know how to do. Welcome to Street Apologists. I am Vocab Malone, and I just been vibing out with my latte and a hot beat by Jonathan Soko. You know, we do something here at Street Apologist. This is Street Apologist Radio, by the way. We do something here called Open Source Apologetics. Open Source Apologetics. Let me tell you what Open Source Apologetics is. I made up the term, by the way, so you know, the computer programmers do a thing called open source software, like Firefox. You know, Firefox is started out, I don't know the details now, but it's like open source. That's where different people from the community online contribute code and improve things, and then you get a product that everybody can use. And so the cool thing is that the producer of the product is also the end user of the product, you know? Pretty dope, right? Somewhat similar to an extent, I guess, with Wikipedia. You know, that kind of idea. Well, I've always realized it. You're not going to have one guy running around the internet, running around every city in America with all the answers, and he's going to fix the world's problems, you know? But if we can have a community of like-minded apologists who all contribute in their own way, and imagine you have a whole bunch of different communities like that, then maybe we could get somewhere. So, open source apologetics. What I mean is, we've got this street apologist community, and excuse me, and then everybody contributes in a different way. And the reason why I'm saying that now is because Jonathan Soko brought that beat. And see, that beat is very important because we do freestyles on this program here. You know, $50 freestyle, 100 viewers gets you a freestyle. But they have to be stuff that's not copywritten or it'll get flagged on YouTube. Long story, right? Bird brings the word, you know what I'm talking about. Ham Sunshine knows what I'm talking about. So what it is, oh, there's an echo? There's an echo? Everyone's saying there's an echo? Guys, is there an echo? I don't know why there's an echo. Let me see if I can. Is anyone else hearing an echo? There's one thing I could do to try to fix this, but I don't know. Well, let me know if everyone else hears it. Yeah, user-generated content. Now the volume's low? What is going on here? You can't understand me? Hold on. I think there's a problem with the mic. Okay. Hold on. Oh, boy. This happens sometimes. Hey, this is a perfect example, actually, of what I mean. You know? Of what I mean with what I was just talking about. Because what I was saying is that we all contribute in our own way to this apologetic endeavor, to this apologetic community. Well, I don't know. I just fixed everything I could. Okay, I've done everything I could with the volume now, guys. I don't know what's going on. So, anyways, what's up, Sam? Ham Sunshine says, "Let the music play." You want me to just play that music again? Is that what you're saying? Tell me exactly what you mean. With this. What do you mean you want me to do, bro, with the $5 super chat? All right, anyways. So my point is, consider Street Apologist Media, Street Apologist Apologetics, what we got going on here. Consider it open source apologetics. Jonathan Soko brings the beats. We need those beats because of the type of stuff we do. And if you guys probably don't know, but I use little production pieces in some of the videos I make that aren't live streams as well. I use his beats, as well as 2 or 3 other viewers as well. Some people don't know that Jonathan Soko is the main one, but actually there's like 3 or 4 guys all contribute. Not only that, people like Nate and D-New and others, what they do is they promote the super chat and they do things on social media like Carm and Warrior Woman. Then there's people who really hook it up, and please forgive me if I miss someone's name who's in the live chat. Please forgive me. People hook it up on Patreon and GoFundMe who really make it happen on that tip. You know what I'm saying? Because things wouldn't be able to happen unless people were doing that, because that enables me to spend time on the show, right? And so to do that, we've got people. I think I saw her in the live chat, Michelle Marie. She's a major person on Patreon who really makes it happen. So are Nate and D2, Nate and Dinu and Carm, who I also mentioned. But Michelle Marie, she's the Chewbacca, if you know what that means on Patreon. She really makes it happen, because otherwise it could not happen. If I'm forgetting you in your Patreon, go ahead and please let me know, and I will give you a shout out if you're in the live chat right now. But my point is, that's a different type of contribution as well. Then there's people who, well, you know what? The list goes on. The list goes on and on and on. Don't let it get away. Don't let what get away. Sorry, I don't know what you mean. Don't let what get away. Okay, well, all right, Michelle. So the point is, everyone contributes in a different way. It makes it happen, right? And I appreciate the community. I appreciate what's going on. All the stuff. It would not be able to be possible. You know how we went up in subs like that. You guys have seen the numbers on the subs. Very good stuff. And we got to do this as long as we got a platform. I don't think we'll have these platforms forever, but while we do, let's make the most of it so we could say, you know what? We were faithful while that opportunity was there. You know? So this is the time. This is the time. Corinth Chandler, you on Patreon too? Do you have a different name on Patreon, bro? I'm sorry if you do, but hey, much love to you. And then there's a bunch of people who are really faithful in the super chat, and that's another very important contribution. We got my man Douglas Reed. We got Andrew Graham. What's up, Andrew? We got Bird Brings the Word. I always see you, Andrew. Don't worry, man. I got love for you. Elizabeth up in here. Salvatore. These are very, very important. They make the live chat pop off. Enzo, Galatians 3:29. These are folks who help moderate sometimes in various ways. You don't have to actually be moderator to help moderate, actually. And they also help in other capacities to make this what it is, you know, from hitting the like button, by the way, you should do, with grabbing the link and sharing it. My point is, by saying all that, I'm going a little slow, rambling, whatever. Sorry about that, guys. But the point is that, oh, okay, well, much love. It's all good. So what, you guys want to hear that song one more time? This is going to be a slow start to a show. We got almost 50 people watching. I don't know if I should be just going on this long. Now, I've been trying to bring up Jordan Ortiz, my man serving a Christ, but I've been having problems with Skype. Something has been going on with the Skype. I wanted him to stop by and give a little love for like just a minute. So I'm going to try to call him again right now, and I hope it works. So we're trying to call him right now. All right. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear Skype ringing, by the way? Okay, I can hear you. You just got to turn that volume, bro. Jordan, I can hear it. But I still can't see you. Man. So, guys, I'm going to just show you what I've got here on Skype. Because I told you I was going to bring up Jordan. Jordan, can you say a little something? Yes, we can. Well, at least I can. But for some reason, it's not showing your face. So it's kind of funny. Look what it's showing, guys. It's showing our message. But that's Jordan on the other side. Ooh, you know what I should do? I should find one of my cool pictures of Jordan real quick. I'm gonna find one of my cool pictures of you real quick. That's the message I sent you when I sent you my picture on Skype. That's the message you guys just saw, because check this out. I'm actually on my phone. Isn't this cool? I figured out a way I can bring up my phone on the actual show. So what I'll do is, since we can't see Jordan, I'm going to show you a picture of us that we took in Atlanta, and you'll kind of get to see him that way. Ah, cool. Well, I think it's cool. Let me see. I'll try to make it. Well, now it's my face twice. How do I don't have because it's now, I'm in the picture twice now because, yeah, I don't know, guys. But anyways, there's Jordan. You guys see Jordan, right? I'm trying to scribble out my own face, but I can't. I'm stuck. So here's why. But guys, let me know. Can you hear Jordan? Can everyone hear Jordan? Because for some reason I can't get his visual up. I thought you. Yes, nothing else. I thought you were. We can't hear him. You can't hear Jordan. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. I'm gonna do something to fix it. They can't hear you, but let me see. Because if we got to be able to hear you, I know we can't see you. What in the world? Okay. Okay, so that's not working. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Can you call me and then I'm gonna try to have you call on my phone. I'm gonna see if I can bring up my phone. I've never done this before, so let's try it on the phone instead. Let's hang up Skype here. Man, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what's going on here. All right, I'm gonna try to call you on. Man, that's lame. All right, I'm trying to call him, guys. I want to see if we can hear him through my phone. All right, now we can definitely see him. Can you guys hear Jordan? Jordan, you say a little something. Nah. Turn your video on. Hold on. Can't hear you. We can just see you now. Let me see if there's a way to get sound. Is there a way to get sound from there to there?
I think. Well, I can see myself now on your screen.
Right, but they can't hear you because the sound is coming off my. So the phone, it looks like I can only do visually. I can't get sound. I can only get your visual.
Maybe I could pull out my headset, see if that works. Hold on.
I gotta. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to do one other thing. There might be a smarter way to do this, but you guys know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to try to connect my Skype to let's see if this works. I'm gonna put the sound on Skype. Man, this is kind of an odd combination. All right, Jordan, now can you say something?
Yo, what's up, everyone? God bless. Can you hear me?
Nah, I'm trying. What I need to do is I need to get you. Huh. That's strange. Man, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the sound on here, man. I'm trying to connect you to my Alexa. That way you'd be super loud, but it's not wanting to do it. All right, say one more thing.
They're saying that they hear us. At least, I think so.
You guys do hear them? Huh, that's weird.
Everybody put a thumbs up if you hear me and you can see me clearly.
Really? Well, they're just hearing through the phone. That means they're saying they're saying it's quiet. All right. Well, be as loud as you can. Let's talk to you for a minute, bro. I know it's kind of weird here, but yo. So what I'm gonna do today, everyone, is just talk about my trip to Atlanta. And first off, I saw my man Jordan in Atlanta. So Jordan, tell people a little bit about our time together.
It was horrible.
Oh yeah. Why's that?
Pretty cool, man. It was good seeing you. It was good finally meeting you, and we were able to talk about the scriptures a little bit. We had a long car ride, so it was a road trip. So that was pretty cool. It was great meeting up with Matt. Matt's a very cool guy, and I guess the time we spent together was really cool, especially when we were eating what was it, Stromboli's.
Oh, Johnny's Pizza, and you got a Stromboli, and I was like, let me get a Stromboli. Man, that was a bomb Stromboli.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if I've had a good Stromboli like that in a long time, man.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. I was surprised. I wish it was bigger, though, to be honest. After I ate it, I was actually still kind of hungry.
This guy. Funny. All right, well, can't make everybody happy. Man, now your picture's off. Hold on, let me see. Now you guys can't see him, huh?
I can't, yeah. I was on there.
Let's see. All right, let me see how to fix that real quick. Huh. Well, now we got sound, a little bit of him, but we can't see the brother. That's not cool.
Man, don't let me mess up your show, man.
Ah, man, I don't know. Technology, man, it's not being our friend today. It really is not because, yeah, man. All right, well, shoot. Well, what else? Man, now I don't have your. Okay, well, I just only got your sound. All right, bro. Well, it was dope to see you, man. We've worked together a lot through the internet. You know what I'm saying? We've done a lot of different stuff as far as, you know, online. But this is cool to actually meet in person. And so thanks for making it happen. And thanks for driving me around, man. You probably drove me around 3 hours worth of time, man.
Nah, that's cool, man. Not a big deal.
I know.
At least we're not doing it like it was back in the day when we were on, you know, in the disciples' time with camels and everything, you know.
Right. But it was legit because I told them, you know, how I'd kind of need some rides around because I'd already spent like $50, man. Like $50 on Uber. So I was very glad to be able to have a ride somewhere. So I appreciate you driving me around, man, and all those places and making it happen because we definitely got to see quite a few places in Atlanta, I think.
Yeah.
But
they were telling us to go ahead and do it through the computer, but my webcam is horrible on the computer. That's why I was trying to use the phone.
Yeah, the problem I was having is my Skype wasn't connecting. My Skype's not connecting to the computer, guys, so that's why that wasn't working.
Yeah.
But
now.
Yeah, I don't know. So, well, Jordan, the good thing is though is that you got some more subscriptions, and I really want people to enjoy your content. And we got to do a live stream together, and that was really dope.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a really cool experience for me as well. It was nice doing that live with you.
Well, man, I want you on longer, but since we don't really have great sound or a picture, we're gonna have to do this aspect another time.
All right, man.
Hey, God bless, man. Everyone say peace to Jordan. He'll still be in the live chat for a second, but say peace out that way.
I'll try to hang on.
All right, man. God bless, man. That's a real good brother, y'all. That's a real good brother, man. My man, Jordan Ortiz, ex-Hebrew Israelite, fantastic apologist. Just a real dope all-around dude. And, guys, since we had some technical difficulties, I apologize for that. Let's play that Soko beat one more time. Just drop it one more time to make up for it. Let's see if it works, though. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Apologize. All right. Well, let's get back into what we're trying to get here, man. Well, the giant hiccup in the beginning, whatever. All right, so check this out. I went to Atlanta, and I want to give you guys a quick update as well as take questions if you guys have them. Okay, so let's do that. So I could probably even take some questions, kind of like while you're sort of up in here. You know, I can look over and I can see if you guys got questions about anything today. As we talk about my trip to Atlanta, do a little review of it, and basically how it's like the urban apologetics hub, man. That's kind of like what I took away from everything. How do you guys want this connected? Probably up here is probably best, right? Yeah, that probably works best. Nope, wrong way. Oh my gosh, it's really like this type of show, right? That's really the kind of show it's going to be? Like you're really going to just do this to me nonstop? All right, Bird brings the words trying to encourage me. I appreciate that. We know what you're laying down, by the way, Vocab. We love you too, bro. In the body of Christ, the the Spirit is alive and popping in the chat. And hey, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to put that on there. K-Dub Trues in the live chat. What's up, K-Dub? Everyone be sure to subscribe to him as well. All right, so let's talk about what happened. So one of you guys mentioned the thing where I ran into Gorilla Hebrew, which is true. I did. Shout out to you. Hope someone's keeping track of those live chats. Oh, No Saint mentioned that, right? No Saint. I heard you ran into Gorilla at the Hood Walmart. Yes, that is true. I'll talk to you about that in a second. So I went down there, and part of what I did is I got to connect with friends. And so, some of the friends I got to connect with was my man Jordan, man. And that was real cool. That was real cool to see him because we've worked together a lot in the Shield Squad crew and done a lot of apologetics things on the internet together as well. And that's just a real solid brother. Like I said, everything he does, I kind of give my permission or blessing or whatever for everybody to retweet and share, especially the Street Apologist social media team. You guys know who you are because he's got good stuff. And so that's someone who's kind of on the list. You got Adam Coleman's on that list. We got K-Dubs on that list. We got some things by David Wood. We don't want to reshare everything he does. And then a lot of things by Sam Shamoon and John McCrae as well. But that's kind of the posse right now. I got other people. I'm just not mentioning everybody. But that brother really did drive me around. And I told him, hey, man, you drive me around. Like, I really appreciate it because I got killed on Uber, man, this time. I really got killed because I got stuck in Atlanta traffic on the freeway. And I met up with another guy, and it went too long. It was Preston Perry that I met up with, and it went too long. And so I was out there stuck, and I ended up spending like $50 on that Uber trip back and forth alone at the mall, blah, blah, blah. Didn't buy anything, just hung out with him to say what's up. So anyway, that's a major blessing. And being down there and seeing how many people connected with me on social media lets me know how much of it reminds me of the importance of Atlanta, especially in urban apologetics. Like, yeah, New York, yeah, Chicago, yeah, LA, right? Yeah, to a certain extent, maybe, I don't even want to say Detroit. I don't know. And there's other cities that are important, don't get me wrong, right? But man, honestly, Atlanta, it might be number one when it really comes to the urban apologetic issues, because it's sort of an aware city, and it's a city with a obviously it's city, so it's urban, but the demographic is so diverse. If even within the context of this kind of community that we traffic in, it's just there's so much there, from different understandings of Christianity to the Comets to black atheism to the list just goes on and on, from the historical colleges in the area, from the kind of rap scene that's going down there to movies coming down there now. There's like there's multiple different kinds of Atlanta culture, you see. It's really hard to process. It's such a unique city, and you realize how important it is. And I realize how many more people I could have met up with and called and hit up just because how many people there are there. And that kind of leads into a story where, if you guys saw on my Instagram, and I really ask everybody to, I don't do all social media hardcore, but but I'm trying to get better on some aspects of it. And a place I post a lot is Instagram. And, I don't only do apologetic stuff on there. It's a mixture of my hobbies and interests and funny little things and family things here and there. And yes, apologetic things as well. But my point is, you'll kind of get a more full orb view of different things, as well as I put up some new videos lately where it shows little snippets of the show. And, you can share those. So my Instagram has been a private account for a while. I made it public now, and so I'm trying to step that up. And part of that, my point is, man, I'm going all over here. Part of that is that the encouragement of Preston Perry, who I'll mention in a second here, but on there you can see where I ran into Gorilla Hebrew, which is, again, pretty funny, right? It's pretty funny that happened. At least I think so. I mean, how could it not be? But how did that happen? Well, let me talk about that real quick. I'm trying to see if I can do something here, which is to show my iPhone again. That was cool that I did that. That was partially an accident. I had never done that before. I don't know if you guys know. I had my iPhone showing up on the actual laptop And I'm trying to redo how I did that. But, man, that was super, that was cool, man. Let me see here. What is that? SX9. Huh. Oh, okay. It's connected now. Okay, let me try this. I'm connecting my iPhone now to the... So I might even be able to show you some of what I'm talking about. Let me see here. Will it show? Hey, what's up, Ramon, in the super chat? Thank you. Pray for my wife and I. Shout out to Nolan Turner. Okay. We will pray. Everyone, remember this, please. And then also shout out to Nolan Turner. Let me tell you about Nolan Turner real quick. That's my man. And he does a thing called Smoky Heifer. Someone look up Smoky Heifer. I don't know if it's .com or whatever, but put in like Smoky Heifer barbecue. Nolan Turner is from Montgomery, Alabama, but here's what's crazy. He happened to be in town at the time, and it was pretty dope. He met up with me as well, and he wants me to try some of his barbecue sauce live on the show. And so I'm down to do that, but the dude won't give me any. I'm like, bro, you want me to promote this? This is my man, by the way. We saw Shazam together while I was there, by the way. I'm like, you want me to promote your barbecue sauce, but I got to buy your barbecue sauce? What's up with this fool? Part of the way it works is you give people when they they sponsor, and then you promote it. Anyways, this dude, man. But so someone buy me some Smoky Heifer. Oh, you trying to tell me how to do it? Bluetooth, taskbar, Wi-Fi system. That's a little confusing. Let me see that. Bluetooth. Let me see. You're a smart guy, Bourbon. Taskbar. So wait, are you talking about Bluetooth, taskbar, Wi-Fi system? I got a Mac, so it's not exactly doing what you're saying. It's not giving me those options. I did connect my Bluetooth to my laptop, but it's not letting me show the screen again. There's another thing called dock connector you got to do. Can you figure that out? Can you figure that out real quick? Because it says I'm connected. Vocab's MacBook Pro. Well, you can't even see it. Jeez. But it doesn't explain what that means. And I'm not showing the option to do it. So that's strange. I don't really understand what the deal is with that. So I'm going to disconnect that because I don't think that's what we need. Looks like that's just making the phone run off the computer's Wi-Fi. But see if you could tell me how to connect it where it does dock connector, where it shows up again, because that was awesome. So okay, anyways, Burbering's a word. Dang, man, again, I appreciate you're getting us halfway there to the freestyle, by the way, with that super chat. If you go on my Instagram, which is just at Vocab Malone, on all social media, I'm at Vocab Malone. Okay, so like I'm on Periscope, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. Yes, I'm on Snapchat. I still haven't figured out totally all the ins and outs of that, but I'm on Instagram, and what's the other one? I don't know what the other one is off the top of my head, but those main ones. And on there, follow me on Instagram, and you can see the video where we're at Walmart in the hood, 5 points, and I run into Gorilla Hebrew. So Gorilla Hebrew is the leader of the Sakari sect, who I think they would even say this. I think you could describe as sort of the most militant and in some ways maybe the most radical in certain aspects of what they do. You know, GMS is kind of that way to an extent, ISUPK to an extent, but Sakari is definitely in the running for that, right? Now, at the same time, though, I've had good discussions with him, but that was kind of before the internet made things get more heated, right? So it was interesting. So the way it worked is I was with this guy, one of the ex-football players I've been hanging around with lately, and we're in Walmart, and I see him out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, but I had already turned around, and it was just like a TV show or just like a movie, where they see something and they don't realize what they see, and the character does a double take. They're like, "You're something like that," or they like takes a second, like it's like where they a character like the coyote goes out on the cliff. well, that's not exactly the same, but it takes a while for them to fall. They're suspended in midair. That's actually doesn't have to do with it. Anyway, so I saw him and I was like, whoa, I processed it, right? But I also realized, like, I don't think he saw me. I was like, but I'm not running from him. I'd already turned around. It was strange. And I was like, oh, but I need to tell my man. I said, hey, is it cool if I talk to this guy for a minute? I know you're kind of trying to get back, but here's who he is. Can I talk to him? Is that cool, man? I want to try to be respectful of his time, you know? And so he's like, yeah. What's going on here? You guys are talking about R.C. Sproul? Yes, R.I.P. R.C. Sproul. What else is happening here? Oh, okay, D-New, thanks for sharing Smokey Heifer. So you guys see Smokey Heifer, right? I'm going to show the website one day. But my man Nolan Turner, who's a cool urban apologetics guy as well. Man, there's people all over the country starting to get into this thing, man. We're really blessed. We're at a good time. The internet's bringing stuff together. And again, a lot of it's in Atlanta. I could see moving to Atlanta, even though I never thought about it before this trip. But I could hypothetically see the importance of doing that, you know? Anyways, so there we are. And I see him, and my man's like, yeah, that's cool, man. Go ahead, say what's up. So I talked to him, and, he's with one of his family members. And I was like, what's up? And it was basically all smiles and hugs and daps and loves and pounds. And then I said, hey, man, what's up? We talked about some random things. I just asked him questions. And he was very open and casual and cordial, like basically like a normal friend almost. Like, kind of an associate, but also who's a friend that you respect or dig. And you haven't seen him in a while, but you see him and you kind of just chop it up again. It was like that. Now, I'm not saying he is my friend. What I mean is the animosity is not over here. The Bible says, be at peace with all men as long as you can. We can be friendly. I believe that's a biblical thing to do. We can't make anyone our friend, right? That's if they don't want to be, But at the same time, I'm just saying the way it was, and it was weird. I was like, man, I could see this dude being like a decent dude in a lot of ways. But I feel like this Hebrew Israelite ideology really corrupts people. Like it takes even some of the normal, natural, inbuilt goodness that we have because we're made in the image of God. Now, I believe in total depravity, which means radical corruption of the human nature. So I don't mean that, but basically some people who made in the image of God, some of the things that are internally in us, I believe is part of us being in the Imago Dei. And I feel like Hebrew Israelism's ideology actually smashes them down. It's a negative thing, much like radical Islam does in certain ways. Religions and ideologies affect people in different ways. We should just recognize that, right? And so it was interesting, man, to see him, and we had a really good conversation. It was funny. It was kind of like the opposite of the Divine Prospect Ron Shields conversation. In that, if you notice, it was mainly him asking me questions, and I would just kind of giving answers, whatever. In this, it was mainly me asking Gorilla Hebrew, a.k.a. Al-Azhar Ben Loya, questions, and him responding. And to my knowledge, no one was recording. I wasn't recording. I don't think he was. I don't think anyone was. And I think that impacted it. And I was like, man, maybe we could get somewhere if there was more stuff like this. I thought afterwards. And the guy I was with, who's familiar with Hebrew Israelites and stuff, he's got some friends. He said, I almost interrupted you, Vocab, to tell both of you guys that was the most productive, interesting, profitable conversation I've ever heard between a Christian and a Hebrew Israelite. I was like, I know, man, wasn't it? I was like, the problem is to try to get a conversation like that in the public eye. And this is the one thing I'll reveal. I'm not trying to tell all the details of our conversation. I'm trying to be cool on that for now. Maybe I'll look out bits and pieces, but I'm not trying to, what they say, kiss and tell. If he wants to do some of that, that's on him. But like bits and pieces, that way it's not like I'm just, here's the time to relay this conversation. I think it's okay to say a few things. One is I basically mentioned how the cameras and people playing to their audiences affects conversations. And I mentioned about the street theater aspect. And he seemed to be back and forth on it. Like he directly recognized that was a problem, but he also kind of laughed, kind of like, almost like, oh, shucks, he didn't say that, but like, oh, gee, shucks, well, that's just kind of how it is. Meaning he kind of recognized even to an extent that his own camp does that, and Hebrew Israelites in general do that. And it seems like on one hand he wants to get away from that, but on the other hand, I feel like almost like a reticence, like he kind of gives into the fact that people have to end up, they don't have to, but they do play to their bases and throw out red meat to their audiences and stuff like that. So it was a very enlightening conversation, and man, all I can say is pray for these brothers. And when I say brothers, I hope you guys know I use that in a certain way, and I think that's okay. You know, sometimes I go back and forth on that, to be frank with you. But I don't mean a brother in Christ. But I mean, we're sons of Adam. The funny thing is, a lot of One-Westers don't even believe we're all sons of Adam. But whatever about that, doesn't matter. But still, pray for these men. You know, these men have family. I met Gorilla Hebrew, some of his family. Alazar Ben Loy is what he goes by. I met some of his family, and again, I'm not trying to get into that. Not that I would say anything bad, and I met some of Ron Shields' family this weekend. I met their family members. You know, that's, to me, you know, I don't take that lightly. And you just see the impact beliefs have on other people's lives, and it's challenging, man. We gotta. Now I'm gonna still keep going. I'm going to still keep going hard. But I'm going to do it in love, and I'm always willing to sit down and have a handshake and a nice talk with somebody and be respectful. And the thing is, I don't have to be duplicitous. I can say I disagree, but I'm going to do so in a respectful way, and I can still be direct about it, even in person. Now, ideally, the things like that should continue on the internet. But a lot of times, the internet changes the relations, and it doesn't happen. But I'm always willing to do it. And I think by God's grace, I've proven with the track record of doing that with atheists. But a lot of it, to be honest, is up to the Hebrew Israelites. How will they play? Now, there's Christians who wild out too, and so that's on them, right? And if it gets real bad, I'll call them out. But a lot of that is on the Hebrew Israelites because it's like hard for them to see being able to respect anyone you disagree with. And to be honest, that's a big reason they split amongst themselves all the time. They quarter no disagreement really at all. And so imagine if you're directly opposing, you know, their version of the truth, they can't handle that very well. But I think a more maturity will be able to handle that. So anyways, man, what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, we need to keep that in mind. Pray for Ramon. He's up in there. Pray for the people in the live chat. But also pray for the Hebrew Israelites who were involved with this. And you know what? Pray for their families. For real. Pray for their families. So that was a very good discussion. Now, again, I'm not a fool. I'm under no illusion that permanently changes thing, that he's never going to, you know, talk about my kids again or his camp. I'll put it that way. Some things he doesn't say directly, but he lets people get away with. I'm under no, you know, impression that they're not going to lie about me again. They have directly lied about me, some of the people in Sakari. I wish I could say it would change because of that. And maybe it will, and I'll be glad. But you know, I'm still gonna go hard, but in love, man. That's how I'm trying to do this. And so some people think, oh, that means you never have fun. No, we can still go hard in love and have fun, but it's like we still respect. I don't know, man. It's a hard balance, especially with the internet. But by God's grace, I'm trying. So that was cool. Now, so I talked about meeting up with Jordan, serving to Christ. Talked about running to Alazar, who, by the way, you know, so he had just moved to Atlanta. This is public knowledge. I think he's gonna tell everybody. It ain't like that. But I was like, this is crazy. Like, what are the chances? Because we had happened to leave at just that time from the hotel to go to Walmart. We happened to be lingering in that section too long because the guy I was with couldn't find what he needed. All that, like, just happened. And then it just happened that we were in that section, and the list goes on and on of things that just happened. We happened to be, I mean, it's bizarre. In this giant city of Atlanta, I turn around and there's Gorilla Hebrew. What? I don't know. Nothing miraculous per se happened, but there's no way for me to see that as an accident. That conversation, that meeting, there's no way to see that as an accident. And so I don't know exactly what God's doing, but I trust him, and I pray for good things. And if you guys look a little bit more about Sakari, you know, I put out that, you know, documentary that Jesus is the Word did. I put it on my channel as well. You guys have seen that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you know what's going on, but at the same time, you guys see that. So check this out. D New, what's up with you, D New? And that's right. It's exactly right, D New. It's Providence. Amen. Amen to that. So D New, you said earlier, you could put a question mark. You said Jackie Hill Perry's husband? Poor guy. He's always referred to in that way. You know, right? But yes, Jackie Hill's husband. And so the way it works is like this, right? Preston, I think, hit me up a minute ago about some Hebrew Israelite stuff, and I don't think we ever connected. But then we did connect to Chicago when I was there last year, right? And I was surprised You know, I knew sort of about him, but not at that level, really. But I was very just not surprised, pleased with sort of how he was approaching things, like his humility, you know, considering kind of all the props he gets from different sectors, and just everything about that. I was like, this is cool, man. And he's just down to earth. He's just like a cool, real type of guy. He's just, I don't know. He's got a lot going for him, and it was good to meet him in Chicago. Well, then he made an effort to, you know, do this thing again, and you know, to meet up in Atlanta, and that was really cool. Oh, you know about PFI? You know about PFI for? Oh my goodness, I can never pronounce that acronym. P4CM, Post for Christ Ministries, I think it stands for. Anyways, well, yeah, I mean, D knew Jackie Hill. She's got a couple albums out on Humble Beast. She's a dope MC. Jackie Hill's like A1, right? Same thing with Preston. I mean, he's an amazing slam poet. But then again, so is Jackie. Now, Jackie's got that book out, right? And they have got a lot of people's ears. I mean, my man Preston has 70,000 followers on Instagram. I don't know how many Jackie has off the top of my head. Someone should look that up. How many followers Jackie? But when I met Jackie in Chicago, I told her, I said, you are one of the funniest people on social media. I think I probably said it. You're the funniest person on social media. But either way, that's not really a lie. I do think that. If you watch, she just kind of, she gets my funny bone. She's funny. She's dope. So anyways, to saying all that is this. I met up with him, and man, we were just going back and forth with questions. I mean, he was mainly asking me questions, and we were both thinking later on after we were like, man, what was that Uber guy thinking? Because if you would have heard our conversation, it was flying, you know, epistemological and neurological, and the argument that proves too much, and the Douglas Wilson Dan Barker debate that you've got to hit, and you know, noetic effects of sin, and hey, Justice, go. That's my dog. He's outside the door bothering me. Sorry. Sometimes I can't do it if he's like all in my ear whining and stuff, right? No, I wasn't calm the conversation here. I don't know if you're saying who was with Preston. And so, man, this is a dope conversation, and we were really boom, right? And it was pretty awesome. And then we got to the spot because he was hungry. I wasn't hungry or anything, but we ate in the spot in Atlanta, and we were just nonstop, like just nonstop. It was him asking all these questions, and he had all these really great questions about atheism and atheistic arguments. And oh my goodness, Jackie Hill has 203,000 followers on Instagram. What? Yo, I gotta learn from Jackie and Preston. Together, you're talking people that have 300,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm like, what am I, 2,000 or something now? People, will you follow me on Instagram? I'm trying to do stuff on Instagram. And I like the pictures I put on there. And I'm trying to put other apologetic content too. I think it's fun. I know it's not. Just help me out a little bit. Man, I got to start telling people to do that. I got to start putting that on the screen. Anyways. Well, Mark Cleveland, you should hit me up, man. Atlanta is a dope city. I'll come back. Somebody's got to hook me up. And someone buy me some smoky heifer, too. Some of that barbecue sauce. But, so we get to the spot where he was eating, and we were just, it was nonstop, man. And he was also asking questions about YouTube, and I felt glad because, you know, we were sitting in the lobby in different places, and I was able to show him some stuff also about YouTube. Even though, that's the other thing I got to tell you. Go to Bold TV. Stop what you're doing right now. Go to Bold TV. That is Preston Perry's YouTube channel. This dude, when he first hit me up about YouTube, he had all these questions, and I was like, well, you know, it's hard to get over your first 1,000, because I had thought he had just started. He's like, oh, well, I got 11,000. And I was like, what? I felt like a fool, right? So I go to this man's. Someone drop the link, please. Someone drop the link for Bold TV. That's Preston's YouTube channel. Someone drop the link in there. Subscribe to his channel. This dude is one of the few people who kind of makes me jealous. I don't think I get jealous that much. I don't know. Who knows really your own heart, right? But Preston kind of makes me jealous. He's too talented, man. He can do apologetics. He knows how to work social media. He's got the poetry skill. Like, this fool, man. This dude, man. Then he's like asking me about YouTube because he's trying to learn stuff about it, right? But this man, right? He's like, well, I've already got 11,000 or whatever. So I go to Bold TV, I look at it, and I'm like, whoa. And I start watching some of his content. His content was killer. It's actually apologetics in the street, but the video production is nice. And his whole, like, is that the Bold TV link, Amanda? He needs to have a vanity. Oh man, he really needs to get a vanity. A vanity where like it's like youtube.com/Bold TV. I hope he has that because that's a messy channel. But just look for Bold TV on YouTube. His stuff is dope. Since that conversation we had, and it's not because of stuff I did, it's stuff that he was already doing. He now, when I ran into him this time in Atlanta when we linked up, this dude's got 18,000 subs now. And I thought I was good because I had a great week where I hit 1,000. Like last week, you guys noticed, in 5 days, we got 1,000 new subs. That was like kind of a record for us, right? 5 days, 1,000 new, boom, right? But this dude still, man, just kills it. 18,000. And you know what? He deserves every single one. His stuff is amazing. And it's funny because some of the stuff I told him, I was like, hey, you should do this. Like very specific types. Like, I'll give you an example. I was like, I gave him my whole rationale why, and I had thought about this. I was like, when you're in the middle of these interviews, you should do these cutaways where you explain some of the conversation. He's like, oh, you mean like this? This dude had literally done this idea that I thought was like a great idea, and he was like, and he literally had executed it better than I was even thinking in my head. I'm like, bro, why are you even talking to me right now? Like, but the thing is, I know I was still helping him because he was asking questions, he was taking notes and stuff. So on the apologetic tip, now he's got over 20,000. So look, it's so crazy. I'm in all these urban apologetic circles, and I don't get it. Hardly anyone's talking about Preston Perry, and I don't mean that as a slight. But what I'm saying is, it's weird. It's like we are hitting different audiences. I think he's got an entirely different audience that a lot of us aren't hitting. I think that's why. It's like he's in the community, but it's like hardly anyone's aware of like how well he's doing. He's killing it. When it comes to urban apologetics, it's a really small pond. He's basically killing it, like more really than anybody else. The future for him, for Preston, and what he's doing on Bold, and some of the future plans he has is just out of this world. This is a guy to watch. I feel honored that he was asking me stuff, but like I said, he's one of the dudes who he like lightweight makes me jealous. But at the end, he's like, all right, Vocab, you really helped me out, and I appreciate it. Now let me give you some tips. And he gave me some tips on Instagram, which I appreciate that as well. What's up, Mark Cleveland, by the way? I see you're saying you're in ATL as well. Much love to you on that, and I'd really like to see you next time I go down there. So, guys, I'm just trying to give you insight, and I was kind of mad because I was like, hey, Preston, why didn't we get a picture together? Like, I got a picture with everybody I met up, all these great people, right? Uh-oh, my man Nate. I like what Nate put. Mark, read Nate's comment. That's hilarious. Nate, you know how to do it. I like your style. But, yeah, welcome back, Cotter. So, trying to give you a little slice. Didn't get a picture. And I'm just going to be just, like, crass, like, ambition. Like, it would have been nice if we could got a picture and he would have put up on his Instagram. That would have helped. But he don't give me any love. Preston gives me no love. This dude was reading my book. It was him and Jackie, and he tweeted that he put a picture out on Instagram where he's reading my book, right? Didn't even tag me in it. Preston, man, I don't know about you, bro. Like, you couldn't even tag me in. That would have helped out, man. Thank you, though. At least you're reading the book, but I'm just saying. Yo, but I'm almost so jealous of Preston, I don't even want to tell people to subscribe. That's how because since I met him 4 or 5 days ago, he's went up 2,000 subs. Like, so anyways, this man, though, man, you'll see what I mean when you watch this stuff. You'll be like, all right, I get what Vocab is saying. So you know what? Again, it's a community, and we all do our thing together. But much love to Preston and Jackie. And she's funny, too, because I was teaching a class one time on Hebrew Israelites, and she was sitting in the back with this certain Jackie Hill look, and I was like, I just literally stopped in the class. I was like, Jackie, you're not impressed at all, are you? Jackie Hill walks around with that Miles Davis. I'm not here to impress you, and I'm not impressed at all by anybody here. Miles Davis had that vibe. Miles Davis had this vibe where he was not there to impress anybody, and he was not impressed by anybody. Jackie Hill has that vibe too. Jackie Hill's got the Miles Davis vibe, man. She walks around. I'm not saying bad. I'm just saying You know how certain people in they are, and to me, she's like this. Her vibe is, I'm not impressed by anybody here, and I'm not really trying to impress anybody here. Oh man, Carm, what are you saying, Carm? What's going on? What's going on, Carm? What are you referring to, Carm? I gave you a shout out, Carm. In fact, today I tagged you in the Street Apologist Squad group because I put up a link and it was specifically designed for you. Remember that? Did you see that? It was about how to do interviews better because you're going to be getting into apologetics media, and so I did that just for you. And Andrew was like asking who Carm was, and now he knows because she's on the screen. So what's up? So that was cool, man. So shout out to Servant of Christ Ministry. Shout out to Preston Perry. And you know what else? I didn't just meet apologists and Hebrew Israelites. I met a friend, a guy I have known since middle school. We really kicked it a lot in high school. I forgot how many memories we had together. After we met up, I started texting him about stuff. I was like, help me remember this. Help me remember that. This dude has a better memory than me, I think, because he was telling me different things that had happened in middle school and high school. And I was like, dang, bro, you're right. His name is Demont Miller. Follow him on Instagram as well. Now, I'm still trying to see where the brother is spiritually. We didn't get to talk about that as much as I had wanted. We did talk about it a little bit when we because he used to live in Columbus with me, kind of in the hood area or whatever. And now Demont lives down in the Atlanta area. This is a cool guy. This is like a stand-up guy. We got to talk a little bit about kind of ministry stuff, but I want to meet up with him and talk more about that, as well as other stuff like hip-hop. This dude's like an encyclopedia, man, and we got real similar taste. But he makes really dope beats. Demont makes nice boom-bap beats. Maybe he'll drop some for the show. I don't know. I got to hit him up about that. I got to see if he'll do that. But subscribe to him on Instagram as well, especially if you like those boom-bap beats. And that was good, man. Isn't it good? You guys know what I'm talking about? To have a relationship with someone for like that many years, like they go back to middle school. No, I'm talking about my friend Demont now. I'm not talking about Preston, guys. My friend Demont. If you look at my Instagram, you'll see a picture of us together as well. You'll see me and Demont. We played soccer together, all kinds of stuff, and it was a real good conversation, man. That's a stand-up guy, and where did we go? Didn't we go somewhere? Breakfast lobby. I don't remember. Did we just hang out in the lobby, or did I give him a breakfast coupon? I had a breakfast coupon I was going to give to Nolan. I think I gave him. I can't even remember, man. Trips are blurred. But shout out to Demont. Shout out to Preston. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Smokey Heifer and Nolan Turner. I met up with Nolan, and we saw Shazam. Has anyone seen Shazam? Shazam yet? Oh, Rick Caldwell. Man, I'm all over the place, guys. I'm so sorry. This is not the best show. But you know what? I love you guys. And check this out. Rick Caldwell, that's another man. I just want to recommend people. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. Rick has some fantastic, absolutely phenomenal stuff on the Hebrew Israelites. He's got a professional setup. I like this man because he started out right away professional, right? So everyone see Rick Caldwell, subscribe to his channel as well. Please. You got to subscribe to I'm trying to like show you guys the underground apologist. I want to focus on areas that are overlooked and underserved, and apologists that are also overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, man, he does dope stuff. Subscribe to Rick Caldwell's channel as well. And that's another guy I highly recommend, the stuff he does. A professional setup, real cool demeanor. He knows what he's talking about, man. Just got a nice style. He's a dope dude, man. All right, so me and Nolan had seen Shazam. Do you guys want me to do more movie reviews? I saw Captain Marvel, and I never did a movie review of it. And it was kind of funny seeing Shazam in Atlanta because it's like super late at night. We saw like the latest showing. But apparently in Atlanta, they don't care. Because whenever there was a joke, have you ever been in a theater where there's kids present and then there's a joke that is clearly not funny to most adults, but you'll know it'll be funny to kids? Those kinds of jokes that are in movies. There's about 5 parts where that happens, right? I'm not saying they were bad jokes. They were just like not funny to most adults. Yo, I hear this chorus of kids laughing. Like something would happen. I'd look over at Nolan, kind of roll my eyes, and all of a sudden I'd hear, I was like, Nolan, there's a lot of kids here, bro. He's like, yeah. Yo, in Atlanta, they do not care. The kids go to super late movies. Like, And not only that, people on their phones. I guess we were kind of in the hood because we were between College Park and 5 Points most of the time. Nobody cares about being on their phone. When I say nobody, I mean nobody. There was this one phone that was flashing so bright. I thought it was like the alarm on the side of the theater. And it was like, I was like, yo, Nolan, what is that? He's like, oh, their phone's going off. It was so bright. It was like lighting up the whole wall beside them. I'm not exaggerating. Hey, guess what? They just let it go. It was just flashing for like 2 minutes straight. They didn't care. I guess they were watching the movie. My point is, watching a movie in Atlanta is kind of fun, though. It's kind of fun because the kids are all there, and nobody cares about any of the rules, and it's just like a fun party. It was hilarious, right? Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking. Yes, I've been to movies and situations like that before, but nothing's quite like Atlanta is what I'm going to say. Nothing is quite like Atlanta. You know, it's like you just can't compare. There's a certain experience. Like when I went to Philly 2 Octobers ago, there's a certain experience that you realize you can't duplicate this experience. You can't duplicate Atlanta, the experience of Atlanta. I realize more and more, and you really can't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Akalug. See, so the point is, I've been in those situations, in those situations in movie theaters and all that, like no question. But I've never been to anything quite like it was in Atlanta. You know, it's like a different vibe, and it was also funny because the movies playing were Shazam, the Tyler Perry movie, Us, and then the Best of Enemies or whatever. You see 3 or 4 of those movies. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny, bro. It's a different world, man. But I like it. I could see moving there. I could see moving there. This place is the hub of the future of urban apologetics, I think. I really do. Other places are important and they're going to stay important, right? For example, Phoenix is going to be important in like the so-called Hispanic demographic. I think that's going to be very important in the future, just like to a certain extent like LA, San Diego. I don't think people sleep on Phoenix and the factor that's going to be, right? And that's kind of the area I traffic in locally. But anyways, we just got to think about these things and be smart and wise, and I'm trying to do that by God's grace. So I've talked about running to Serving the Christ Ministries, Jordan Ortiz. You got to subscribe to his channel. That's a Dominican, Puerto Rican, ex-Hebrew Israelite, solid brother, Bible teacher. Preston Perry, yeah, that's Shaquille Hill's husband, and the dope stuff he does. Get us subscribe to Bold TV and him on Instagram. Demont Miller, my childhood friend, and that's my man still. Shout out to him. Nolan Turner, Smokey Heifer, Gorilla Hebrew, a.k.a. Zarban Lawyer, Sakari, and Walmart, which is super random, which you can see on my channel. Then I had another Hebrews like hit me up and say, hey, me and my family want to ask you questions as well. Can you meet up with us? But they had kind of hit me up too late, so it didn't get to work out where I met up with him. But I forgot his name. But shout out to you, maybe next time. And then also we didn't have a place to do the live stream because if you guys see, we did a live stream called like the Book of Galatians equals bombs because the Book of Galatians just dropped bombs. Oh yeah, Carm, definitely. Atlanta is a Delta Airlines hub. It was crazy how much Delta stuff there was. I'd never seen that much Delta stuff there in Atlanta. I bet that means I might be able to get there cheap, with you guys because of the plane tickets. You got to let me know about that because if I could get to Atlanta cheap more often, I might do that. Yeah, Corins, today is a weird live chat and today's sort of weird show as well. Okay, I'm just looking at the things here. Okay, so, but my man Matt, these are some of these people I just met on Instagram. He was like, hey, I'm in Atlanta too. He's like a semi-pro baseball player. His brother was a pro baseball player. Cool dude. He does some music with a local Christian hip-hop artist, but he had us come to his house. Nice big house, strong internet. He bought us bomb Strombolis at Johnny's. It's probably, that was the best Stromboli I've ever had. But now, again, my Stromboli experience is limited, but that was by far the best Stromboli. And Jordan was talking about that when he came on briefly. That was the best Stromboli I've ever had. Do you guys like Strombolis? I used to like calzones a lot, but they've kind of fallen out of favor because I've had a couple bad ones, and it's so much bread, and if it's not really good ingredients, it's just like not worth the 30-minute wait and the mild experience of it. So I've really mellowed on calzones. But Strombolis, man, the Strombolis, man, I might have to check for those more when I go out because they hooked it up. All right, so, yeah, T-Dub, you said north of Atlanta. That's where the new stadium is for the Braves. I want to go to a game next time when they're playing like the D-backs or the Reds, teams I really love or something like that. Those are the two teams I like, by the way, the D-backs and the Reds because of my roots. So Matt was a cool guy, man. So God's people were everywhere, and it was crazy because I had told Jordan, hey, man, yeah, Matt Jordan, give him love. That's right. I had told Jordan, hey, you're giving me a ride. Let me at least buy you Chick-fil-A. He's like, it's cool, I like his whole attitude because this dude was all like, hey, man, just road trip. He had a positive, happy, fun attitude, right? All right, I see Michelle. Chewy in the house. Much love to you. That's right. What word? What word are you talking about? Stromboli? You talking about Stromboli? Look it up, D-New. Look up Stromboli. S-T-R-O-M-B-O-L-I. And look up calzone, C-A-L-Z-O-N-E. Just different types of Italian food. Probably kind of Americanized, but to be honest, I'm American, so that's fine with me. Anyways, Matt was a cool dude because, man, he let us do it in his house. And then instead of paying, I told Jordan I was going to pay this man, Matt, he paid for our food too. He was just a real generous, cool guy, man. And fortunately, the dude packs, so, I noticed his piece right when I walked in the door. I was like, oh, bro, all right, so if any Hebrews lights bust in while we're recording, we should be all right. Anyways, Strombomblies. Bro, you just said Strombomblies. Did you mean to say that, Jordan? Because it's not Strombomblies, but all right, that could be a good name. I got you, especially with what we did. Yeah, calzones, I don't know. I'm chilled on those, man. So, anyways. Yep, Big Red Machine. That's right. 70s right there. So, that's a lot going on, right? And shout out to Atlanta. I need to get down there more often, but it's hard because God's got to make it happen. Got to open the doors for this trip to happen, and I pray that He'll do so again. And then let me also mention about something else related to it. At the very end of the trip, Ron Shields had said, hey, I want to talk to you, Vocab. I said, it's only going to work out. This is the short version of the story. If you come to the airport. We came to the airport, and it worked out. And that was cool. I was glad that worked out because it was a good conversation. It was mainly kind of a semi-technical conversation where he just asked me some questions. And I thought it was a good didactic moment and also just a good moment to kind of settle down any tension. I feel you. All right, that's legit then, Jordan. I'm feeling that. And that was good, okay? Now, he had started this kind of narrative online before we had met up that I was trying to duck him. And I didn't really appreciate that because, to be honest, I didn't really necessarily try to hit him up when I got there. And I had put out online, though, for everyone to see that I was down there. So the only person I went out of my way to hit up really was DeMont and my friend Jordan, those two guys. Everyone else is like, hey, first come, first served or whatever. But he hits me up, and he had put this narrative that I was ducking him. I did not appreciate that because that's not the case at all. So I said, look, if we can link it up, we can link it up, right? So he comes to the airport, and we can link it up. We sit down. I throw a real quick setup. I got kind of basic footage, video, basic sound, not the greatest. But he had put this up on his channel, this dialogue, which I thought was interesting and good, right? Overall. So he put it up on his channel, Divine Prospect Ron Shields. And he's sort of the most academic, minded out of all the Hebrew Israelites. He kind of has a hybrid religion, to be honest, and he talks to different things and whatever. But a lot of people complimented. They're like, hey, that was good. So that's good, ease tensions. Now, I'm going to be honest, and I told him this. I told him I'd be willing to meet again, but I also wanted to see how he would act afterwards. And I'm not totally surprised, but I'm a little disappointed because I thought we had a good build. But then all he does online is like people's rude and racist and uncool comments. Yeah, see, D-New, you know what I'm saying. I see your comment. I'm not going to put it on the screen right now, but if they want to look in live chat, they can see that. Because, yes, but it was even, D-New, it was even worse in other social media things, not just the video. It was actually worse in other places. And I was like, okay, I know some of that's just the show. I can get with it a little bit. I don't take it personal. But then afterwards, and then he kept on saying stuff that was just, to be honest, I'm not trying to, look, man, I'm trying to be just, it made him seem duplicitous. And I just don't know of any better word. I know people say other words that I don't like as much. Can someone put the definition of duplicitous on the screen? Someone find that there's going to be a couple different definitions. I'd like to see the one that's the most benign. The definition of duplicitous, that's the least offensive. Now they're all going to be mildly offensive, but someone look up. See Galatians 3:29. You know what I'm talking about. Someone give me a definition of duplicitous. I know what duplicitous means. I'm putting this up for everyone to see, and I like to see the technical definition sometimes. But being such a radically different way before and after, and it's weird. Despite the radical stuff that Guerrilla Hebrew and his camp say, I didn't see him do that online afterwards, really. He kind of just took it in stride. I kind of feel that way to move better. But like on his live chat, it's all like, oh, look at Vocab's body language. It's like a boy, and he likes to comment or says that's a great analysis. You know, stuff like that. It's just weird, man. I know. See, that's the word, blondie gal with a weird picture of a cat. Who are you? I've never seen you around even. But anyways, I don't want to say what the word you're saying. Mark Cleveland, yes, I see what you're saying too, but I don't want to say that. I want to try to be a little more gentlemanly. So that's why no one's put up contradictory doubleness of thought, speech, or action in the simplicity and openness of their lives. Brought out for him the duplicity. Well, it got kind of weird at the end. Treacherous. Well, I don't know about treacherous and deceitful. I don't know. I like the other. Call me mom. Marked by duplicity, deceptive in words or actions. Ah, man. So some of those are harsh. That's a little hard. I like more the beginning of this. Where'd you find this, Nathan? Contradictory doubleness of thought, speech, or actions. I don't know where all you got that. Nathan, I like that definition. That's kind of what I was going for. A more benign definition. But I don't want things to be like that. I truly don't. But he kept on doing this whole hashtag chess move thing. I'm not saying I'll never meet with him again, but it really sours me on wanting to meet with him again. Because I'm like, is this a show or a game? Like, we meet up and you're one way. And I thought it was a good build, but I feel like you kind of are behind my back because you're not acting that way afterwards where the comments you're making and the things you're liking, so I'm trying here, guys. So let me just stop about that. But let me tell you this real quick. At the Doctor for the Block conference, a great dude came, and a guy named Michael. He's a dentist. Check this out. This guy's a dentist from Vegas. This dude, he stayed the night at the house because he didn't have anywhere to sleep. He's going to grab a hotel. I was like, bro, just stay here. And I had like 4 people here. Veda stayed here. David Wood stayed here. It was cool. It was fun. The dog was here, of course. So anyways, last sip, it's all gone now. Michael has been killing it. Some of the videos you guys have seen me put up are from Michael's work, but he's just now getting started. He does better video work than me. He's way better, and he knows more about technical stuff than me. If you see, I recorded the dialogue with Ron Shields with a little mic. He bought that. He bought me another recorder, and now it was on the Fritz, but now I've got it fixed. That I'm going to use for next time, and it's even better. And he bought something else. I think he bought me an SD card he's sitting. So he's bought some equipment. Hey, good night, Carm. Sorry this is like this night. Sometimes people, the belying of one's true intentions. Sometimes people like shows like this. Sometimes people don't. We're not going to go that much longer. We try to keep shows around an hour and a half, right? Belying of one's true intentions. All right. So, what? You guys get me distracted here. There's other news, but I can't share yet because I don't want to get ahead. But let me just say this. Some of the things people have requested for me to do on articles or publishing, I am very excited about, and I pray to God they happen. That's the first thing I just want to share, but I'm not sharing any specifics yet. Number 2, these are just things to keep in mind and all that. Some people have asked me about certain conferences coming up here, some which are all the way next year in 2020. But if these things that they talk about happen, we're talking some amazing ideas, bigger than anything that has happened yet here that we have done. And so I'm very excited about that. All right, that's not bad. Okay, thanks, Call Me Mom. I got that, Mom. Much love on that. It's funny, we got a Call Me Mom and a Grandma. I haven't seen Grandma in a while, by the way. Grandma needs to come back. So anyways, though, thank you, Grace. I appreciate that. You guys are still dropping those, okay? Vocab, right? And then thirdly, there's some people that I've spoken about recently in the NFL. Okay, I got to be careful how I want to say this because I don't want to reveal everything. But just listen to me, guys, for a second. I know we're going all over tonight. This is a casual show. Hey, much love to you, Andrew. Much love. It says Atlanta Apologetics Trip Review, right? So, what do you expect tonight? You know what I'm saying? But I like shows like this every now and then. It's just kicking it with you guys. And we're going to end with Freestyle, by the way. Some of the people who I've been mentioning recently in the NFL who were at one time out and out public self-identified as Christian believers. I think it is, Gerard, by the way. I think it is. Some of them I've been speaking about because now they've been turned into Hebrew Israelism, and I've been mentioning some of them in public. Some of them have reached out to me recently, and it's been very powerful to hear their behind-the-scenes stories and to have a good conversation with them. Some of these ex-NFL guys, even though they're getting into Hebrew Israelism, and there's challenges there, they're good guys. They're gentlemen. They're upstanding guys. They mean well, and they're trying to study God's Word. And so I got a lot of respect and much love to them, And some of them are involved with Straightway Truth Ministries. And so I know I've been mentioning Straightway Truth a lot lately. I'm going to try not to mention them as much. I'm not saying never, but I'm going to try to step back a little bit from that. And I'm going to try to step back a little bit from the NFL stuff right now. And here's why. Because I'm talking to some of these guys behind the scenes, and I want to give our behind-the-scenes dialogues as big of a chance as can be, as good of a chance as can be. And so, I asked you guys to pray for these guys caught up in Hebrew Israelism, their families. Remember, I told you I met a family member of Divine Prospect, Ron Shields. I met a family member of Guerrilla Hebrew, Alazar, in Atlanta. I also, ask you to pray for these former NFL players who are getting into Hebrew Israelism and their families as well. I'm not going to share all the reasons. Some of it's pretty serious, but let me tell you, after I got off work today in the morning, I spent almost all day on the phone and texting back and forth an extensive Bible study with one of these guys. When I say all day, I mean almost all day, up to leading to the show, besides eating, taking care of the dog, taking a shower, cleaning up a little. I'm talking about a 3.5-hour conversation with one of them. And he wants to learn the Word. He is really seeking, and it's almost like he's hurt that I'm attacking some people that he follows their teachings. Like it's like he doesn't even understand it. It's like he's trying to partially figure it out. And so I just see the level of where he's at, and I just pray that God can use me and that good things will happen. And the Bible study we had today, it taught me a lot. I learned a lot. We talked about the festivals, the Feast of Israel, the different feasts, and the Old Testament law and the law of Christ, and various passages in Isaiah and important passages in Acts, and just going on and on. Some really powerful stuff, some really good stuff. Just keep these guys in prayer. Now, with all that being said, I'm not going to say any more about the NFL, other than I found out there's actually even more people involved with Hebrew Israelism who were in the NFL or are than I knew. And it's getting to the point where I can't even keep a list. And some of them are involved with some of the radical camps, and I don't even have all the names. Sometimes I got anonymous from this team or anonymous from this team that played from these years to this year's. Whatever, I mispronounce it. And there's a brother, by the way, on Twitter, Chris, I think, James, oh man, I just forgot, but Young, his name's something like, I just forgot, but he's been sending me a lot of this information to help me out as well, and shout out to him as well. So there's been some people helping with some research on this, but I just keep that in prayer, and then the dialogue, and pray for NFL chaplains as well. Pray for the NFL chaplains, okay? Now, the other thing I wanted to say is that the dialogue that I did have with Ron Shields, my man Mike, I told you about for Vegas, he is hooking it up, a dope edit, and it's going to be much better audio. And now, I haven't put it up right away because I'm actually trying to give Ron Shields time to put it up in his channel because I know it was a big deal. And I'm going to kind of let it play out, so I'm not trying to steal his thunder, actually. But in a couple of days, maybe by the end of next weekend, something like that, maybe a little sooner, somewhere between there, I'm going to put out my version on it, which is going to have little pop-up graphics that help define some of the terms from our dialogue we had with me and Divine Prospect, who's a leader of a group down there in his own way. It's kind of hard to explain his relationship to it, but he's influential on the internet as well. Now, here's what I'm asking you guys. If you want to watch, now everyone listen, please listen to me, guys. We're ending the show here, but I need you to listen. if you want to watch the test run of this 25-minute dialogue between myself and Ron Shields, I know some of you have seen the raw version, but I need some people who will watch this version. Because what I've done is we've created some edits in it that help define terms. So here's what I need people to do. I need a couple of you guys to volunteer to watch this and then send me a list back of other terms that you need defined. Because what we've done is we defined technical terms and added some effects and stuff that try to make it more of a teaching moment. So I need you guys to watch this. Now, it's not online right now. So I need you to contact me. I'm going to give you a secret link so you can look at this. Don't do it in the live chat because there's no way I'm going to be able to hit you up. Hit me up on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook in my inbox as soon as the show's over, or do it right now, or email if you have that. And just say, please send me the link for the dialogue. Then by the end of today or maybe tomorrow, send me time codes with other things you need defined, or if some of the definitions that pop up on the screen don't make sense to you or something like that, tell me that as well. Or if you catch a mistake. But I need some of you guys to do that, please. I need a test audience, a test run, okay? Douglas Reed, you're down. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to hit me up on social media and send me your email. You have to agree not to share this link with anyone because this is an unfinished file. So this is kind of, again, what I meant, open source apologetics. So you guys will watch this, see my version, hear it, and give feedback, especially about the definitions and things that are confusing. By the way, what's up, Gerard Perry? Again to you. All right, so that's kind of it. Okay, we got a couple minutes for questions, then I'm going to jump into this freestyle. You guys have been great, by the way. We've had over 50 people this whole show, except for just right now. Let me grab a drink. All right, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick here. Did you guys catch David Wood did that awesome, amazing thing where he gave a shout out for the GoFundMe for George Saig, a wonderful pastor, and I co-signed it. I shared it on my social media as well, and I gave to the GoFundMe campaign to get a new ministry vehicle. And it went $10,000 over. It was funded within 4 hours, and we're still trying to push it so it can be 100% off debt. He can get better things. This is someone. I wish I could tell you the stories about George. There's so much I can't even. There's so much to tell positive about him. I couldn't even do it. My point is, if you have time, check out David Wood's video and give that GoFundMe campaign because George is very worthy and his ministry to Muslims is fantastic. T-Dub. Yes, dude, my baseball chapel guys were putting in some work. Love those guys. That's awesome, T-Dub. Oh, that's Matt's brother. Hey, what's up, man? Check this out, T-Dub. I met the Yankees chaplain. Yeah. I met the Yankees chaplain. It was really cool. Cool guy. And he's like an old school veteran. And he's legit. He was at this event. Legit dude, man. Real cool guy. That was neat. And that was neat to learn about the differences between the NFL chaplains and the baseball chaplains, but that is an amazing ministry. So that's good to see a former major leaguer. I hope it's okay if I tell people. T-Dub played for the New York Mets. He's a former major leaguer. So this is a blessing to have this brother up in here as well. So T-Dub, that's awesome to hear that testimony. I know those guys would really appreciate it if I could run into that guy again. Now I know you're for the Mets, so I don't know how you feel about the Yankees chaplain. That was kind of funny, though, because the Tampa Bay chaplain and the Cleveland Browns chaplain were there, and they were teasing each other because they both had very losing seasons recently. It's kind of funny. Oh. Hey, that's awesome, T-Dub. I see you, bro. That's awesome, man. All right, well, I think that's about it with that. Guys, I greatly apologize for the things at the beginning of the show. Since I literally run almost every aspect of the show by myself, there's going to be some mistakes by that. I won't say there'll be less, but I don't know. I have so many ideas about how to make the live streams more creative, but I'd kind of need a little more people to help. But I don't know how to do that. What do they do? Come to my house? I don't know. And I know I was trying to go live on Mondays, but it ended up being Tuesday. Man, life is crazy. It's so hard to get this stuff just right. I'm very imperfect in how I schedule and everything. I just need help by God's grace, right? There's so much to do. But I appreciate you guys' patience. I feel like we're a family. We have fun. Remind me of stuff when I forget, because I will forget. Hit me up when I forget. Just, you guys got to help me out. It's hard. I'm talking hundreds of messages per week, going to a very small amount to very large. But God is good. These are all good things, ultimately, guys. And we got to celebrate this together. So, Thanks for being patient. Thanks for being down. Thank you guys for being good patrons and the people who rock it out on PayPal because you don't want to do Patreon anymore. Thank you to the super chatters. Man, hey, Gerard Perry's right. The Mets do have one of the best mascots. But I'm going to be honest, bro. I kind of feel like they ripped off Mr. Red. You know, the Cincinnati Reds guy with the mustache. And I know they got a guy and girl with the Mets, and that's cool. But I kind of feel like I'm going to go with Mr. Red or whatever his name is because he was first, and he's got that mustache, bro. So I'm just saying. Oh, we're debating. We got the San Diego chicken up here now. I see you, Michelle. Whatever. Whatever, Michelle. So I didn't bring any real soul food back. The folks went to Mary Mac, but my trip with Preston Perry messed it up. Because I was supposed to be back at a certain time for the bus to leave to go to Mary Mac, and they went on an MLK walk, all kinds of cool stuff they did. Well, we got stuck in horrible Atlanta traffic, and I was 10 minutes late, and I was texting them, but they couldn't wait. They couldn't wait on the bus. The traffic was ridiculous, and that's why I ended up spending $50 on the Uber to and fro just to meet up with Preston. But you know what? It was worth it. It's all good. It's all good. Shout out to all you guys, though, and shout out to you guys make this happen, and we got some dope people. All right, hey, that's right. The Christian apologists must grow together and share their talents. Hey, we are the beginning of something, guys. Urban apologists are coming together. They're springing up, you know. This is a new thing. Like, it's always fun to be part of something in the beginning. We are in the beginning stages of a new wave, a new realm of apologetics. The urban apologetics, but utilizing social media with it as well, in different styles and different demographics and new issues. Even though the world's messed up and there's a lot of stuff we could talk about, this is also a very exciting time too. And you know what? Let's be optimistic and hit this. All right, it's time to do this freestyle, people. Yeah. The traffic killed me, man. Traffic killed me. How do you pronounce your name? A.K. Lil UG? What's your story? Hit me up on some other social media, A.K. Lil UG. I'd like to talk to you more or something. I want to connect with all these Atlanta folks. All right, you guys ready for a beat? Soko with the brand new heat. Here's a new one. Let's see. You guys have heard a freestyle today. I'm kind of feeling this beat right here. I gotta tell you. Am I a real MC? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, we have fun to do it. What do you guys think of this one? I gotta turn that beat up a little bit though. T-Dub, I don't know your name. I can't. You're going to have to shoot me a friend request. I don't know your name on Facebook, bro. What do you guys think about this? How's the volume level? Guys, you got to let me know. You got to get it just right. I do not want the beat to be too quiet. I got to get this just right. What are you saying that for, D-New? How's the volume level, guys? I gotta start this freestyle. No one's telling me about the volume level. Soko be bringing the heat, though, doesn't he? Oh, Elizabeth, I'll be in VA pretty soon, so let's talk next time we go to VA. Okay, you guys ready? Soko brought the beat. It's time to do this. It's been an awesome time with you guys. Thank you for the super chat. Much love, squad. Much love to you, Elizabeth Oakman. Always good to see you. All right. Here we go. It's time for the freestyle. What are the topics today? I don't even know. 3, 2, 1. Yo. The music's louder than the voice. Really? What about now? Alright, the beat. Alright, it's heat. Alright, it's from the street. Ha ha ha. Check it out, now the beat is kinda illy. Seth Davis says when I go to Philly, the beat kills me. The beat compels me to grab the mic and go off the rails. G Ha! 1, 2, 3, Nate, 2, D2. What's up, everybody in a place to be? How you doing? We're rockin', having a party. Marianne says the beat is kinda fine. Time to freestyle from the top of the mind. The beat is divine, now it will shine. Yes, yes, y'all. 8, 9, 10. Again, the beat is my friend. You know we gonna win like the WN. Win, yes, here we go, do it. Beat is ill, we come right through it. Come right through it like the juggernaut. The beat is kinda fire, the beat is kinda hot. Just like Seth, yes he says, come off the head, so call me Pez. Seth Davis, like Mr. Miles. I'm not jazz, but I still freestyle. And a smile, cause I'm so happy. The beat is kinda dope, it makes me wanna rap. See, B, clap, B, clap, clap, clap. Now I jump on the track. My shirt, check it out, it's black, black, black. Party people in the front and the back. Okay, peep it out, I got the piano. They call me Italian, so they call me Rambo. Force, yes, one course, I'm falling off, but I gotta jump back, cause the beat is kinda dope. Yes, y'all, Jonathan Soka with the hope. He's a hope dealer, not a dope dealer. Killing all the sin like the thriller in Manila. Ambassador, rapping her, coming in grabbing her. Acts chapter 2, now we after you. On the avenue, out in Atlanta. Bring in the gift, so call me Black Santa. My Lancer, needed for the stomach. Ha ha! Now I'm gonna run it, run down the beat like I was Cool Runnings. Vocab Malone, the beat is kinda sunning. We're not shunning like the Jehovah's Witness. Yes, y'all, now I gotta rip this, flip this like an acrobat. Vocab Malone with the baseball bat, like my man T-Dub. Eat the beat like it's grub. Atlanta is what? It's like the new hub of urban apologists. Yes, I'm calling this. Keep this out now, I'm not a colonist. An American citizen, listen Christian, the beat is kinda ill. Hey yo, where's the vixens? Vixens in the chat, gentlemen, where you at? Yes, when I pray, I take off my hat. Even if it is Captain America, check it out now. Atlanta in your area, don't be staring ya. Here we go again, it's sick like malaria. I'll carry the cross like Simon of Cyrene for my team. The beat makes me see clear like Vicine. Keep it out now, what did I seen? I'm not obscene like the Hebrew Israelite. Galatians, yo, it's kryptonite. To who? B-H-I. The beat is kinda ill, let's say it's fly. Let's say it's fly. Ha, ha, until I die. Ha, ha, speak the gospel of Christ. Ha, ha, gotta rock it right, yes, yes, y'all. Vocab Malone, peep it out, yes, y'all. Kinda like an old school rapper, I zap ya, yes, yes, y'all. You know, I gotta capture, ha, ha, don't hold the rapture. Doctrine, I'm rocking, just not stopping with the logic, so call me Spockin. I got the, Vulcan grip, the beat is kinda ill, so don't set trip like a blood or a crip. But now I got a tip to meet divine prospect. Yes, check it out. So respect when we met. But yo, this is the end. The beat was dope, made by my friend. Okay. Just playing around, y'all. Good times though. The show is over. Check out the live chat. Check out the live stream. We'll have fun again. Be sure to check the channel. I got some new content dropping. Much love, Street Apologist Media, Street Apologist team.
Turn your radio up. Whoa. Radio time. Whoa. You're now listening to Street Apologist. Street Apologist.